And we are back with Non-Stop Wrestling Raw, episode 19, part 2. It is the beautiful Dave Easton, along with NXT, two-time NXT champion Matt Rhodes. And Matt, a little chat about that. How are you feeling now? 72 hours since you won the NXT title for the second time?
It's been a great weekend. Been hanging out with Paul Heyman, learning as much as I can from him, getting ready for my first title defense. Just can't wait to figure out who I'm going to get to fight so I can start scanning their matches.
Indeed, we will find out a new number one contender for the NXT title on Saturday night. Moving on now, though, it is a singles match to Yuri Watson and the winner of the Royal Rumble, Antonio Cesaro. And we are due to find out who Cesaro is going to face at the WrestleMania after this match. And here is the Professor, Yuri Watson.
It'll be interesting to see who he picks.
Indeed, yes. You have just going back to Cesaro, we are due to find out, but could Yuri Watson spoil the party, so to say, tonight and beat Antonio Cesaro, maybe shut him up before he even gets a chance to say anything?
Yeah, it's possible, but Antonio still has that title shot, so even if he loses the match, he still has something else to look forward down the road.
Well, Yuri Watson, as I say, in action against this man, the winner of the first Non-Stop Wrestling Royal Rumble, Antonio Cesaro, one half of the NSW Tag Team title holders, with Cassius Ohno, who will be at ringside. And you have to say, Matt, after the title match, what is Antonio Cesaro going to be like? You've got to remember, Yuri Watson's going to be fresh. He didn't face anyone last night.
Yeah, he should be well prepared for this match, but Antonio's been on such a roll since the Royal Rumble that he's been just riding that wave all the way to WrestleMania. They was hanging on to the tag team titles last night. That's definitely got to give him a boost.
Indeed, WrestleMania, literally 8 short weeks away now to the end of season 1 of Non-Stop Wrestling, and you've got to say Cesaro must be pumped up. He knows he's in that main event at WrestleMania. He's now going to tell us which title he's going to go for. What happens though, Matt, if he picks the Non-Stop Wrestling title? That's on SmackDown. He's got the Raw tag team titles. Surely that's going to cause a bit of confusion. And does that mean he has to forfeit a title? What's he going to do?
I have no idea. We'd have to leave that up to John Laurinaitis and the SmackDown GM Tim Jones to figure out, I guess.
Indeed, and Cesaro continuing to work over Yuri Watson here. Cassius Ohno at ringside, and the classic match that Kings of Wrestling had with the Money Club last night in the steel cage was you have to say, Matt, it was an absolute classic.
Yeah, it would definitely be a match of the year for the way they put on that cage match last night.
And the sort of the beating Antonio Cesaro sort of took from 2 men and still managed to climb out the cage to win the match for his team. As you said before, he's on such a roll. Maybe the adrenaline is pumping so much that he can sort of get through anything.
Yeah, I think that win at Royal Rumble really put a boost in his step and lit a fire underneath him, and he's hungry and ready to win a championship, I think.
Indeed, and as I say, the main event, WrestleMania, now it's going to get no bigger than that. And indeed, he knows he's guaranteed that spot, so he can sit back and really let the others fight it out to see who he would face.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll pick the pick the title on SmackDown or on Raw, and he'll stay here on Raw, and we'll have a new champion come WrestleMania possibly.
Indeed, and remember, we always like to say this, man. Well, actually, I get back. That Raw continues. We'll be right back after this short break. And join us for Non-Stop Wrestling Superstars. We are here on Wednesday night. It'll be 12 in the UK, 7 in the East, 4 in the West. It'll be Mundo and somebody new who'll be commentating this week. And we are back on Raw. It is beautiful Dave Easton along with Matt Rhodes. And Matt, as I'm saying, we're just talking before the break there. You're saying that Antonio Cesaro knows he's in the main event. He now knows that everyone else has to battle to get to that main event. Does that demotivate him? Do you think that keeps him going? What do you think that possibly could happen?
I think it's going to keep him motivated. I think he's going to be focused on making sure he gets the championship at WrestleMania. And he'll be a tag team and heavyweight champion all in one.
Indeed, we were saying he could actually end season 1 as a double champion if he continues to keep the NSW tag team titles. But Yuri Watson here trying to try and put a spanner in the works here and trying to get a big victory over Antonio Cesaro here. It throws him back inside the ring. Cassius Ohno sort of just on the outside, not getting involved as much as you thought.
Yeah, Antonio better be careful out on the outside there that he doesn't get hurt. Maybe get an injury before WrestleMania could put him out.
Indeed, as you watch him trying to get back inside the ring, you can see Antonio Cesaro maybe still feeling the effects of that cage match last night, because maybe was just playing possum there, hit a big boot right into the chest of Yuri Watson. But you can see Antonio Cesaro trying to shake the cobwebs, giving himself a little breather there, trying to get back inside into this match, and now working over Yuri Watson. And there's that European uppercut. Wow, what elevation on Yuri Watson. Maybe this could be the end.
I don't think Yuri's getting up. I think he's completely knocked out.
He is indeed. And there you go. Antonio Cesaro continues the winning ways, and he beats Yuri Watson tonight on Raw.
Yeah, Yuri must have just dropped a couple IQ points from that elbow shot.
Indeed. You've got to see the strength of Cesaro to throw Yuri Watson up and hit him with that uppercut. A massive blow. But coming up next, Antonio Cesaro is going to tell us who he's going to face at Mania. Let's find out. But congratulations tonight for a big singles victory for Antonio Cesaro.
Most definitely. I hope he picks Daniel Bryan. It'd be a good time to see him go against Daniel Bryan.
Well, here we go. And he's going to tell us which title he's going to pick for WrestleMania. And indeed, who is it going to be? What title? Is he going to stay here on Raw? Is he going to go to SmackDown? It is. We are just waiting for that announcement. And he's going after the world title. So there you go, Matt. We now know he's going to stay on Raw.
That's going to be a very classic matchup. That might even be the show stealer at WrestleMania.
Indeed, but we also know, Matt, that Daniel Bryan might not even be the title holder come WrestleMania. So Cesaro just picking the world title. So you have to say, at least we keep him on Raw. That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely good thing to keep the Raw tag teams together.
Indeed, and coming up next, singles competition, it's Brie Bella taking on newcomer Natalya. And again, Matt, Natalya shocked us last night by turning up at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it was very impressive to see Tim Jones bring in Natalya like that. I was very shocked to see a new female appear.
Indeed, and she's now going to make a debut here on Raw tonight against Brie Bella. Known Nikki Bella, we have been told Nikki is feeling unwell and she'll not be here tonight.
Well, this might give a fair shot to Natalya to take down Brie Bella.
And Natalya looks very determined here tonight, especially after putting on such a good showing last night in the ladder match, which was won by AJ Lee, who is our new women's champion. But a big chance here for Natalya to show off her skills in singles competition as she takes on one half of the Bella twins, Brie Bella, here tonight. And look at this Brie though, showing no respect straight away, going straight into Natalya. And we were talking a little bit last night, Matt, that Natalya comes from the famous Heart Dungeon from Calgary. One of the very few women to actually come out of that dungeon.
Yeah, I remember watching her father, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and her uncle, Bret the Hitman Hart, and they were a very good tag team.
Indeed, they were. And you must think, after watching so many matches, Natalya honing her skills really with them kind of people, what kind of dangerous individual she could be here in non-stop wrestling.
Yeah, the being the second generation female wrestler definitely gives her an edge against most of the other females in this federation. Indeed,
and Brie Bella, as I say, without Nikki, could she do it on her own? Many people have said that the Bellas better force in numbers than there is when they are just as individuals.
Yeah, I think they get a better synergy when they're both out there together. They can both feed off of each other, and it helps drive the one to do better.
Indeed, we will see how she gets on, but Natalya here, in control early on. Oh, referee Nelly getting in the way. I just took a glancing blow as throws into the corner by Brie, and a big splash into the corner. Can Brie Bella upset the odds here and pick up the win? Remember, Nikki Bella her twin, not here tonight due to feeling under the weather. As I say, we give our best wishes out to Nikki. Hope she gets well soon. As Natalia here tries to get back in control. And just talking about the women's division, Matt, AJ Lee, the new women's champion after winning the ladder match last night, you would have to say Paige is not going to be very happy with that ladder match.
No, I expect that probably Paige and AJ Lee are both backstage watching this match to see how this one turns out.
Well, Natalia continuing to wiggle, and you would think, I would like to see Natalia AJ Lee down the road. That would be a very good, very interesting matchup.
I'd like to see maybe Natalia go against Paige for #1 contendership to go against AJ. That'd be a really good match, I think.
Indeed, and it looks like she's got that knee right in the back. Brie is in a lot of trouble here. And indeed, there you go. Natalia picks up the submission victory. What a victory for Natalia on her first night on Raw.
Very good one for the Canadian. She's definitely a good worker in the ring there. She'll definitely go a long way here in the Divas division.
Well, as Natalia picks up the win, maybe she can be looking at getting a one-on-one title shot further down the road. But as I say, what a way to start her singles career off here in Non-Stop Wrestling. A win over Brie Bella. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of this diva as Raw continues on in the coming weeks. A big win for Natalia. Oh, and look at this, Matt. Paige from behind. Oh, with a pipe. Come on. There's no need for that. And Paige
is definitely she definitely wants nobody else to become #1 contender. She really wants her title back.
Indeed, and here we go, Matt. This is the match. The big match for the Wyatt family. It is the stipulation. If the Wyatts lose, Screwface and the Fallen are gone. If Christian's team lose, Bray Wyatt gets a US title shot next week against Christian right here on Raw.
Yeah, this will be a very interesting match. I think the Wyatt family's going to have a lot of pent-up aggression. They're going to really want to take it to the tag team of Christian, Curtis Barnett.
Yeah, Curtis Barnett, and you've got to think though, Matt, is Curtis Barnett got his mind on this match? We know the trouble that he's had with his girlfriend, Megan. Has Christian been wise in picking Curtis Barnett?
Yeah, I don't know if it's such a wise choice letting him bring Megan out. I think if he would have left Megan in the back, it would have been a better idea. Especially knowing that Joe's been banned from the Raw shows, so that should at least put him at ease to know that Joe won't be back there, so he could have left her back there.
Indeed, and here is Christian, the new United States champion, defeated the Fallen last night at the Elimination Chamber for his first title here in Non-Stop Wrestling. And well, a big congratulations to him, a big victory last night.
Yeah, something lit a fire under him just recently, and he's been on a roll since then. Winning this title has definitely given him a good boost, though.
Indeed, but what will happen tonight? Can Christian get rid of the Wyatt family once and for all, or will Bray Wyatt get that title shot next week? Here we go, we're going to find out. And you've got to say, Christian is going to be pumped up. If he knows he can get rid of the Screwface and the Fallen off Raw, well, you've got to think that's going to be a big boost for him and really demoralise Bray Wyatt.
Most definitely. I think it's going to send Bray into an even darker place if he ends up losing the Fallen and Screwface. He relies so much on them doing his dirty work for him.
Indeed. And Christian, well, so much on. As you see, Curtis Barnett has got to be you've got to see the joker in this match. As is his mind on it? Has Joe Disney done enough to really put him off his game? We've seen him and Megan having that conversation earlier. Megan is out at ringside. Can it be? Well, is it going to be more of a distraction? That has got to be on the mind of Christian going into this match.
Yeah, Curtis Barnett's just got to at least put his mind at ease knowing that Joe Disney's been barred from coming into Raw, so he can at least focus on the match, and I think Christian knows that Curtis Barnett brings a lot for him, so.
Indeed. And rumours going around as well that the sale of Joe Disney t-shirts have actually been suspended because of this investigation going on with the directors of Non-Stop Wrestling. There is rumours that Joe Disney's job could be in jeopardy because of all these rumours. apparently we're going to get more word on this on Superstars, and hopefully we'll find the conclusion of this. But as I say, Matt, so much going on in the non-stop wrestling universe, as we were talking earlier on. Right, you can't blink or you'll miss something.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot going on. Like Oliver Bisping disappearing and Jen Michaels now getting released. It's been a very interesting couple of weeks.
Indeed, we have to, as I say, continue on here with this tag team match as Screwface thrown in by Curtis Barnett. And what is he going to do here? Throws him right back across again. Not going to even manages to stop himself before hitting the barriers. You've got to see, if I was Christian and Chris Barnett, I would at least keep one of these into the in the corner and try and work over one of them, you would say.
Yeah, well, it seems like Christian knew to keep him over on his side.
Indeed, Raw is going to continue. We'll be back with the conclusion of this big tag team match. Remember to join us for Non-Stop Wrestling NXT on Saturday night. It'll be along at 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. It'll be the Mundo and Jess who will take you through the action from NXT.
Yeah, and see me, Matt, the groovy one, here on NXT.
Indeed, we will see Matt find out Matt's #1 contender for his title this Saturday night. Make sure you can join us if you can live on our Twitch TV channel. So much going on NXT as well as this big match. Yeah, tag team match. Matt, Christian in a lot of trouble during the break and again thrown to the outside.
Yeah, they've been trying to keep him over on that side, but now Bray's over there getting involved.
Indeed, distracting Curtis Barnett, not what Christian needs at this moment in time. As Fallen throws him back in. Remember, Fallen, former US champion. Could you imagine if Christian's team pick up a win? Fallen has gone from being US champion to being off Raw in the matter of 24 hours.
Yeah, it would be a very shocker to see the Fallen and Screwface actually not on Raw anymore.
Indeed, as they have been here since the draft, the original draft happened. Christian again thrown into that ring post, and again, you've got to say he's been taking a bit of a battle. Bray Wyatt's inside the ring, referee doesn't see it. Again trying to distract Curtis Barnett, and you've got to see, Matt, again this match has totally broken down.
I kind of expected it though. I mean, these guys had such a rivalry building up that it was bound to explode eventually.
And here comes Curtis Barnett. He's into the ring, takes the Fallen down. Can he take Screwface down? Yes, he can. Can Curtis Barnett somehow put everything aside? He's got Fallen up. You know what this means? The GTS. Yes, it is. Right to the face. Have we seen the end of the riot? End of the cover. Hooks the leg. It's 3. Unbelievable. The Wyatt family are no more.
That is an unbelievable shocker. We're no longer going to ever see that.
And indeed, more of a shocker, Curtis Barnett, who, I have to say, I doubted through this match, is the one that picks up the win.
Yeah, he came in there and he seemed pretty focused to just hit that finishing maneuver and send them packing.
And indeed, you can see him falling there. He is, well, he just looks completely down in the dumps. He knows he can no longer be on Raw.
Oh, it's going to definitely be a hot tag team out there for someone to pick up.
Indeed. And there we have it. Bray Wyatt is on the top here, at the top of the ramp. And what's he saying here? You think it is over just because they have left? This is over. This is just the start. You have to watch your back, Christian. There is more souls that have been saved. Oh my goodness, Matt. What does Bray Wyatt mean by there is more souls that has been saved?
Like I said, if he would have lost it, since they lost that match, he's going to go into a darker place.
Oh my goodness. Christian, what have you done? Moving on, the main event, triple threat. The new #1 contender for Daniel Bryan's title will be determined tonight. And here, Matt, one of your very best friends, former champion, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he kind of got screwed last night, not knowing that Daniel Bryan was going to be there. He was not prepared to have someone of that caliber be in that match.
And indeed, more, Matt, Paul Heyman is not here tonight. Can you tell us any more about that?
Well, Paul's been working on some kind of side deal with something. There could be possibly somebody new showing up with him.
Well, Chris Jericho is going to have to do this alone tonight if he wants to try and get that title back. he's going to have to win this number 1 contendership match, and he's going to face two very, very difficult opponents in RVD and this man, the former hardcore champion, Ryback.
Yeah, he's been impressive since coming over from SmackDown. He's gotten a good draw here on Raw.
And Ryback, big opportunity for this man tonight to show that he is world title caliber if he can pick up the win, and you can see Jericho is ready for this one.
It'll be interesting how the two high flyers mix up with this powerhouse.
Indeed, and this man, RVD, was in the Elimination Chamber last night as well, was very unlucky, he finished runner-up, was pinned by Daniel Bryan when Bryan won the title, so this is why he is included in this number 1 contendership match here tonight.
Yeah, he came very close to winning that match. I really thought he was going to pull it out. I think just coming in early gave him a little less of an advantage against Daniel Bryan coming in toward the end.
Indeed, so here we go. It is triple threat rules, ladies and gentlemen. The first person to gain a pinfall or submission will be the new number 1 contender for Daniel Bryan's heavyweight title. As Ryback continues on with RVD, a big clubbing shot, and Jericho just seems to be watching here, letting these two men go to work, and Jericho looks to be just waiting to pick his spot.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting to see an opening, and then he'll come in there and he'll definitely knock somebody down.
Indeed, and as you say, Matt, no Paul Heyman at the side of Chris Jericho. You know very well the effect of Paul Heyman. Will this really hinder Jericho's chance of winning this match?
Jericho's a seasoned veteran. He knows what to do when he's in there.
Indeed, and Jericho holding the heavyweight title for 2 months before last night, losing it to Daniel Bryan. You've got to say that Jericho do you think that he may not be the hungriest of these competitors to go for the title?
Jericho is definitely hungry. He still wants to be champion. That's all he's about, is holding on to that heavyweight title, and he feels naked without it, so I'm sure he's looking to get it back right away.
And I'm sure your boss, Paul Heyman, wasn't happy that one of his clients losing the title last night.
He wasn't too pleased with it, but he knows that the kind of caliber of a wrestler that Jericho is, that he'll bounce right back and get back on top.
Indeed. And just a side note, Matt, you are the only person of Heyman's clients that now hold a title.
Yeah, that's why Heyman picked me out of all the other people on NXT. He saw I was a cut above the rest, and he knows that eventually I'll be coming to one of these shows, and I will eventually be holding either the US, European, or one of the heavyweight champions.
Well, indeed, we will see at time. Remember, Matt's new number 1 contender will be chosen. Well, we'll find out this week on NXT when the number 1 contendership match will be held. As you say, Mike, so I'm sure you'll be holding.
You pretty much mean the next guy that's going to lose to me, so.
Well, if that's what you want to see. Inside, RVD outside here destroying the announce table again, and then just walking away. Raw continues where we try and get the handyman to come out and hopefully give us our monitors back. Make sure you join us in Non-Stop Wrestling Smackdown. It comes your way on Thursday night, 11 in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. It should be myself and Joe Disney if he hasn't been banned from the arena. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Final part of Raw here this evening. Triple threat match to find out who is the new number 1 contender for the world title. Daniel Bryan's newly won heavyweight title. Dave Easton along with NXT, 2-time NXT champion Matt Rhodes alongside me. And Matt, you have to say during the break, no one sort of got the advantage here.
It's kind of been just every man for themselves. No one's clearly gotten an advantage, but...
Oh, and Ryback. Oh, that's sorry. Just
RVD.
Yeah, indeed. RVD looking to pick up the win there. Ryback managing just to break it up just before he got the 3. And Jericho bringing RVD back in the hard way there with a big suplex. So much going on. As I say, if you do want to watch the Elimination Chamber of last night, you still can do so. Please do watch our past broadcasts on Twitch or our YouTube channel. Search Non-Stop Wrestling UK and you will be able to see all of past broadcasts in full there. As RVD continues to be battered here by Ryback, as Jericho feeling the effects of this match. I don't know what Jericho's plan of attack. Look, Ryback trying to steal a victory here, Matt.
What are you doing, Jericho?
Oh, he nearly got it. Got two.
Just got it.
2 3/4. Unbelievable craziness there. That Jericho was almost let Ryback sneak in there. And again, now Ryback, what's he thinking here? Look at this, Ryback taunting RVD trying to steal a victory, gets only a 1. You've got to be careful in these uh-oh, look at this, Matt. You know what this move is? Shell shock.
It's not going to feel good.
Oh my goodness. Jericho in there. RVD trying to clear the webs. Hasn't got the... Oh, he's too late. We have a new #1 contender. Ryback out of nowhere. Shell shock. And RVD was too late to break the pin up.
Jericho must have been worn out from his match last night in the Elimination Chamber match to be taken out with a shell shock like that.
Indeed, and Daniel Bryan has now a new #1 contender to deal with. It is the monster Ryback.
That'll be a good match to see how those two get together. The High Flyer versus this Brute, this Tank.
Indeed, Ryback, former Hardcore champion, now your new #1 contender for the Hardcore title. Unbelievable. And who is this? Oh my goodness, Matt. We forgot about him. Matt Rhodes. Mark Russ, sorry, I do apologise. Mark Russ is still Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think he's just coming out to let everyone know that he's still got that Money in the Bank and he can cash in at any point in time. He could be the next champion.
Indeed, and that ends tonight's Non-Stop Wrestling Raw, episode 19. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Dave Easton. Matt Rhodes signing out. Matt, say goodbye.
Later on, folks.
Thank you very much for watching. Please, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, tell us what you think. If you're on Twitch, give us a cheeky follow if you haven't done already. Make sure you join us for Superstars, which comes your way on Wednesday evening.